Welcome to Inktober Tangles 2025. We're kicking things off today with Festune, which is a lovely tangle from Zentangle ink. And it's just, it looks very impressive when you start adding the highlights and the shade. So today I'm just going straight in with my pen and I'm going to add some orb shapes. They can be in different orientations. And then once I've got them down, there's no set number that you should have. Once I've got them down, I'm going to come in with some bigger orbs, almost as if these are donuts or something, except you don't have to have the circles be, you know, fully centered with each other. And just repeating that for each of these different orbs that we have, putting another orb around it, auditing that, or, you know, kind of going round with a parallel line around a previous shape that we have created. And there we go. Might just create one more down here. So there's no requirement for you to have a specific number of these orb shapes with the auras, just however many that you want. You could do them bigger or smaller than I have them. And then we move on to creating some radiating lines that are going to go all around these. Now, the way that we are going to draw these lines, I'm just going to put my focus on so that it doesn't go in and out of focus there. We're going to go all the way around these different things, and it's the way that we create these lines and then eventually add the shade. These are going to start looking quite 3D. So you obviously don't have to create a specific number of these spokes, just however many that you would want. They could be equally spaced or a bit more random, but they start to look fabulous once they're all shaded and everything done to them at the end. Just doing that for each and every shape. And you can see maybe that I'm slightly changing space, the shape here. I'm not simply auraing the previous line, because then that would change the look that we're getting. We want these little spaces to look as if they're little kind of 3D pebbles almost. And if I simply keep repeating, aurating the previous line, we'll get a slightly different look. It'll maybe look a bit more like the tangle that's called Pepper, if you're familiar with that tangle. This is a really fun tangle to do. Just completely taking your time. I should maybe have started this video off with a little bit of a reminder to check in with ourselves. Seeing as we're doing this Inktober Tangles challenge, it's a good time to remind everybody of the reason that we do the Zentangle Method, which is, I mean, although we are creating art, we're not creating art for art's sake. This is basically a way of relaxing our brain slowing ourselves right down and just being present in the moment, as it's so easy to just be caught up in the busyness of our days and not to put any time aside for ourselves. But if we take that time, just relax into it, it has amazing benefits on our mental health and well-being. So we've now created all of these radiating spokes around the edges of this tile. And we are now going to come in I'm going to zoom in just slightly, around the bottoms of each of these lines. I'm just going to add a little bit extra weighting. You can, like when you see the original step outs from Zentangle, they have very much hooked over the side of the aura, the outside aura. So it's kind of more like this. You can do yours like that if you would like. The way that I end up drawing this, I usually have my aura just stopping on the inside of that line, but you might like to draw yours so that it ends up with a bit more of a bumpy effect on the outside. When you're creating these Zentangle patterns, the idea is not to copy along with what other people are doing, although obviously you might feel that you are more comfortable doing that, at least initially. But the idea is just doing what feels right for you and just enjoying the moment and the process, which is what I love so much about the Zentangle method. It's very, very relaxing. And because you're following what's called a step out, if you aren't familiar with the Zentangle method, each different tangle or pattern comes with a series of steps, illustrated steps, which are known as a step out. And because you are working through some steps and effectively a process, you don't really have to think, what am I going to do next? What's my next mark on my page going to be? Because the step outs will tell you. So that's what I love about this. I mean, if you're doing a portrait, you're going to be more concerned about angles and trying to get everything correctly orientated, if that's the right word. But this is a very abstract, non-representational art form that we're doing. So there's no pressure to get it right. There is no right or wrong in the Zentangle method. We're just simply repeating steps, and when you start repeating things, it becomes very rhythmical, and you kind of get into the moment of it all. Brings you right out of your head, and it's just brilliant. I've done traditional meditation. I still do it every once in a while, but for me, nothing comes close to the Zentangle method for calming my mind down. So we've now created all of our spokes and added weight to them. What Zentangle also do in these original orbs is that they just ink them in. You could ink them all the way in if you want. I'm going to leave a little bit of a highlight. You could do this. I've got an 0.1 micron just now, or maybe an 0.2. An 0.2. And so the smaller the nib, the longer that it will take for you to complete the inking, but you could do the inking bit with a bigger nib of pen if you want. Just enjoy colouring in, inking in those spaces. Some of these Inktober Tangles, I will have examples of previous work that I've done on those tangles. I have Festune. I have looked Festune out. Don't know what I did with it. So I'm just teaching you today how to do the individual step outs, and then other days when I'm doing my Inktober Tangles videos, you can see previous examples. Trying to be organised, I actually had a ring binder put aside with lots of like different tangles that I'd created in individual folders. But like I say, the Festune ones have just vanished. Don't know where I've put them. Might have fallen down the back of my desk or something. So we're going to come in now with the tortillon or blending stump and just smoothing that graphite out. You can see that I've put graphite where these festoon shapes are overlapping the neighbouring ones, or going underneath the neighbouring ones. And I would say less is more with your graphite, because you can easily put it too dark so that you've lent a bit heavily with your pencil, and then you've got a bit of a line that you can't easily blend out. So I would say go quite lightly initially with your graphite, and you can always, like you can see I'm adding some more in just now. You'd rather have the desire to add some more graphite and add it in rather than going in too heavily in the first place and then wish that you hadn't done that. You can always add, but it's not as easy to take it away. And this is the reason that I'm completing this Inktober Tangles challenge on these tan tiles. I basically did the same thing last year. It's just that that's my favourite kind of surface to work on. I love how you can add, like you can't easily highlight all the time on a white tile, depending on, you know, if you're doing a tangle or a pattern that has a bit more ink on it, then you could use it on a white tile, but generally speaking it's more, you can use the white pastel pencils and add highlight on paper that's like, you know, a tan or a grey surface. So that is why I'm using the tan tiles. So I've gone in with my white pastel pencil and just gently, circular motions, just moving that white pastel pencil into the surface of the paper. Just you at home, just use whatever materials that you may have. And that is our festoon. So I'm going to add my chop here, just basically my signature. Such a cute little tangle. I'm going to add a bit more shade just where my chop is. There we go. That is the cuteness of Festune. So I will see you tomorrow for day 2. I can't remember off the top of my head what we have. If you give me a moment, I'm just going to check what's tomorrow's tangle. Tomorrow we have Seedways by Carla Duran, who is a certified Zentangle teacher. So I'll see you tomorrow for that. Thank you. Bye.